What made a four-star general salute an enlisted soldier? I witnessed it firsthand during a base visit in Afghanistan, and I'll never forget what led up to that moment. It was October 2010 at Forward Operating Base Chapman. General Patricia Williams, four-star commander of all forces in Afghanistan, was conducting her quarterly inspection tour. These visits were always huge deals. Everything cleaned, rehearsed, and polished to perfection. I was a staff sergeant in charge of base security briefings. My job was explaining our defensive positions to the general's entourage. Standard dog and pony show stuff that every base does for high-ranking visitors. About halfway through the tour, we're walking past the motor pool when mortars started falling. Not unusual, we got hit twice a week. Standard procedure was immediate cover, wait for the all clear, then continue like nothing happened. But this attack was different. One round landed directly on the fuel depot. Massive fireball, black smoke everywhere. Then we heard the screaming. Private First Class Jake Murphy had been doing routine maintenance when the explosion hit. Kid was trapped under a burning Humvee, unconscious, with flames spreading toward a stack of ammunition crates. Security protocol during VIP visits was crystal clear. Protect the general at all costs. Get her to the bunker immediately. No exceptions. That's exactly what her bodyguard started doing. But Murphy saw something we didn't. Another soldier, Specialist Lisa Chen, was pinned behind those ammo crates. The fire was spreading fast, maybe 30 seconds before those rounds started cooking off. Without hesitation, Murphy broke from our protective formation, sprinted directly toward the burning vehicle while everyone else was running away. The general's security team was screaming at him to get back. Murphy ignored them completely. Dove under that Humvee, grabbed Jake's unconscious body and started dragging him away from the flames. But he wasn't done. Went back for Chen. Fire was already licking at the ammunition boxes. Any rational person would have abandoned the rescue. Murphy crawled back into that inferno, pulled Chen free just as the first round started exploding. Both wounded soldiers were unconscious, bleeding, barely breathing. Murphy started first aid immediately. Tourniquet on Jake's leg, pressure bandage on Chen's head wound. Combat lifesaver training kicked in perfectly. Kid probably saved both their lives with those first few minutes of medical care. The whole rescue took maybe 3 minutes. But for those 3 minutes, Private First Class Murphy, lowest rank in our entire unit, had completely ignored a four-star general's security protocols to save 2 fellow soldiers. Medics arrived and took over. Both wounded soldiers survived. Jake lost part of his leg but recovered fully. Chen had a concussion but returned to duty within weeks. After the chaos settled, General Williams found Murphy at the aid station. Kid was sitting outside, uniform torn and bloody, still shaking from adrenaline. Didn't even know the general was there. She walked up to him without saying a word. Murphy noticed her, jumped to attention, started to salute. Before he could raise his hand, General Williams beat him to it. This four-star general, commander of over 100,000 troops, stood at attention and gave the sharpest salute I've ever witnessed to a 20-year-old private first class from Ohio. Murphy looked confused. "Ma'am, I think you've got that backwards." She held the salute until he returned it properly. Then she spoke. "Son, courage outranks everything else. What you did today represents the finest traditions of military service. The security protocols exist to protect me, but you just reminded everyone what we're really here to protect. Each other." She pinned her personal coin on his bloody uniform, told him she was recommending him for the Silver Star. Then she did something unprecedented. Changed her entire inspection schedule. Instead of visiting other bases as planned, she spent the rest of the day at our aid station. Personally called Murphy's parents to tell them their son was a hero. Murphy got his Silver Star 6 months later. General Williams flew back to Afghanistan specifically for the ceremony. When she presented the medal, she saluted him again. 3 years later, Murphy finished his enlistment and became a paramedic back home in Cleveland. Still keeps that general's coin in his wallet. Says it reminds him that rank matters less than doing what's right.